we do enjoy doing those openings, and sometimes, you know, we had a difficult time this series, this series just gone, because there wasn't a great deal. We like to keep it topical, and there wasn't a great deal of stuff happening. Obviously, we were at war with Iraq, and
it's not the kind of thing you want to do at the top of the show, you know.
It doesn't really lend itself to a comedy opening. So we were struggling for things, you know, thinking what's the big story this week, and sometimes we'd be all right. And there was one week about, it was Prince William was photographed on the slopes on his skiing holiday, and he took offence, and the cameras and all that. So we thought, oh, maybe Ant, you know, doesn't want the cameras to be around, and we switched the lights off.
Look at them! They're everywhere! Get out of it! Come here! Get out of it!
Leave it!
Get off it!
Leave it! We're making
Stronger than you think, huh?
Yeah, you are. We're making a TV show here.
Well, I don't care. A deal is a deal. I demand my privacy. I want these cameras turned off now.
And I thought, you know, well, what can we do? Well, oh, we'll swap jackets when the lights are off, and the lights come back on. Ooh, how did that happen? And so we switched the lights off, and we got there, and both completely forgot to switch jackets. And we went, all right, will you put the lights back on? And I was like, all right, I'll put the lights back on. And we both went, all right, I'll put the lights back on.
And if you watch it, you hear him going,
No, I'm not just going to put them on just yet.
give us a second.
Okay.
Just to compose myself.
All right, are you ready? Are you sure you're ready?
That's when we remembered that we were supposed to switch jackets. Not just yet. All right, I'll put them on in a minute.
Can we have everything back on, please? That's better.
That's you.
But we do enjoy doing those openings, and they're a nice little challenge, you know, just to just get something, a nice top of the show. And
I love them. It's that bit of the show. If something happens in the week, for example, the series before, it was the week where Alex Ferguson kicked a boot at David Beckham in the head, and you think, brilliant, great, thanks a lot, Alex Ferguson and David Beckham, because we can do something about that. But then other times, like Tex says, there's just nothing in the papers, which is good as a challenge, you know. And sometimes we just like to have a chance to have a bit of fun between the two of us before we get on with the show and get into the big games and the punters and stuff. It's good just to have that bit of comedy and bit of banter between the two of us.
And it's also the first time, you know, we've literally just got down on the stage, and it's our first opportunity to say hello to the audience and kind of let them know what they're in for, and to just to kind of say hi and here's what the show is. So I love that. It's a hugely important part of the show, and just as important as every other building block. Really, we work just as hard on that as we do on everything else.
Okay, here we go then. Sound off A.
Run VTA. 3, 2, 1, 0. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 44.
Now, Blue are currently on tour in Europe, but we can speak to them now.
When we thought we want to get Blue, what can we do? And then we thought hospital visit. That's always a good one.
Georgie, look! Darling, look! Oh, look, what's your Oh, we've got lovely flowers and everything. Oh, no, he's a boy, isn't he, Georgie?
It's a lot easier when you do one person, because if there is that seed of doubt, then they have to kind of mull it over themselves. But there's 4 of them, and if one of them suspects something and looks at the other one and he's like, what's, you know, that can really kind of scupper it. So we were quite nervous doing that one.
And I did have a particularly deep woman's voice.
He fell on the ground and cracked his skull. Just sliced both hips.
We practiced the accents and stuff, and I was running through it before we were going to do the hitting deck, and the voice coach were going, no, higher. So I was pitching it higher. I thought, right, I've got it. But when your heart's going in, when they walk in the room, I mean, we really do get that nervous, because you know, you want it to work and you don't want it to collapse in front of you and all fall to bits, because you've spent so long getting ready for it.
I think we get more nervous going into an undercover than we do going into the live show.
Oh God, yeah, I would say so. And then when they walked in, you forget. I think, where did I pitch you together? Hello. Oh no.
We decided that Georgie would have a favourite, and when we thought, who's it going to be with it? It's got to be Lee. And it was great, because when they came in the room, Lee looked incredibly uncomfortable, and that's when and the mum was like, "Oh, Lee, would you go next to Georgie?" And then eating the who saved you a sausage, Lee? Would you eat it? And then he puts it in the plant pot, and he was great. He was just so uncomfortable, and he obviously was, bless him, he was trying his best, and he wanted to be nice because Georgie had been through so much, but he just didn't really want to be there. Bless him.
Every time a patient under 16 comes in,
I had one of these when I was younger.
it's called an accident book, and he writes in exactly what happened, and he's routed to the tune of One Love.
We came up with the accident song, and we wrote that in about 2.5 minutes. We just, you know, we were thinking,
There was
right,
a few of us sat in the room, and it sort of wrote itself, really. Once we knew we were going to base it on One Love, you know, we just thought it had to be, the more ridiculous, the better.
and we were thinking, well, what happened to this kid? Right, he was climbing a tree, and then he fell out of the tree and broke, like, both his arms and both his legs. I went, no, hang on. He fell out of the tree, through a greenhouse roof, and then, you know, had lacerations all over his body.
And then a pot fell on his legs, pinning him to the ground. It was awful. Oh, it's not funny.
And he got frostbite and pneumonia.
And it went
This is
further
getting-
than that. We were going to say, like, a dog came and was licking his face for hours, and he got rashes and all that, but... I mean, you've got to keep it believable, you know.
So then we started. So what happened? One day I was climbing a tree, and then
Yes, look.
What happened to me? Crash bang.
and it was when they got to I fell and cracked both hips, they cracked up themselves. Because we'd done some good ones the series before, you know, like Simon Cowell and Emmerdale and stuff. We knew we had to obviously do some more and do some more good ones and big ones. And I think it was one of the first ones we shot before this was Fash, and it just gives you that confidence when we had Fash, and the makeup was so good that we could have had Fash for the full weekend. He was just totally and you know, and why not? Because he thought he was there for another TV show. He was completely focused on that. I don't want to use that word for Fash all the time. That he was focused, but he was completely, you know, in that mind frame that it was for a different TV show. Never suspected that anything was wrong, and it was really good fun.
He was brilliant. He really could have. He would have ended up doing the challenge. You know, he just didn't suspect a thing, and that's such a relief to us to, you know, be in a situation where the celebrity walks in, because unlike any other sort of hidden camera shows or shows where you pull tricks on the public, the people pulling them, you know, there's a lot of actors used, but we're the only ones who get that close to them, you know, in the makeup. So there's always a sense that one of them could go, "Hi, Ant. Hi, Dec." You think, "Oh, I've spent 4 hours putting this makeup on, and you've just guessed us." So you're always very, very nervous. And as soon as Fash walked in the door, he looked at me really weirdly, and when that, oh, he shook me and I thought he's gonna say it. I know who it is. It's you two, and you're pulling the joke on me. And then he looked, and then he stopped, and then we carried on. And like we say, you know, it went on, and it went on, and went on. And we had to stop it in the end. Yeah, we were going to stop it at the point where we were going to throw him out, but he didn't want to go.
Well, we can't change the challenge, can we change the celebrity?
Yesterday you wanted to do this. You really wanted to do
Oh, this
this.
is great. It's a great
But then
stuff.
you go and get the challenge like that, and he can't even sing, man.
That you're
No
not happy
problem.
with the challenge
No
and
problem.
with John.
Well,
either.
maybe we don't want to be part of your programme no more.
We're not going to win now, we're just going to go on the telly,
not
and
everyone-
people are going to think we're idiots or something.
I can't change the challenge and I can't change John.
Well, I
So
think that's it then. I think we're kind of Nemo.
Just leave it.
Nemo.
Well, I mean, this is not a deal breaker, is it, guys? Hey, come on, guys.
Fire away.
But no, I don't worry. We'll win. I'm sure I'll do a lot better. I will try very hard. I'll do more songs if necessary.
You're a gentleman, Fash, you know, and I've never doubted that. Just not sure whether you will.
Well, we'll give it a go, fella.
Go on,
Just give it a go.
Stevie. Go on.
Okay.
How
Right.
are the lads? Let's give it another go.
So we had to carry it on, and so almost, you know, on the hoof, sort of come up with a different ending, which is why we'd planned anyway, if it was going on a bit longer, to sing "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" and "If You Don't Know Me By Now." But we could have had him, and then at the end we were talking to him about it, and I says, "You really looked at me. I thought you'd got us." And he went, "No, I just thought you were really ugly and couldn't take me eyes off you."